The problem we are seeing here is because Meghan Markle is living a lifestyle that a black woman is not supposed to live. A black woman is not known for living a life where she calls her maids to clean up so her guests can feel at home. A black woman is not seen in a way that she can snap and something can be done for her. That is why the rape to the cis community is so pressed about Meghan Markle's new show.
Many people continue to prey on this woman's downfall, but she continues to live her best life, and it's just been announced that With Love Meghan will be renewed for season 2. I think the strangest thing I've seen about this topic is how people are watching this show when they know they can't stand her, but they want to watch just to criticize her. Well, if you're already not a fan of this person, of course she's gonna rub you the wrong way. And as somebody, again, I've said this a million times, who likes Meghan Markle, I find this show to be comforting. It's not anything exciting. No, she's not Martha Stewart. She's just Meghan. Guess I should be saying Meghan Sussex. Yes, I did find this scene to be a little cringy, but I didn't think it was the end of the world. Mindy Kaling was talking about this on The View recently and said how she was making sandwiches and they pushed it in her face on TikTok to be like, look at this emotion you felt. And her response to that is, I honestly didn't even remember because we shot it like 9 months ago. And she made it clear she really didn't want to talk about Meghan because she said, I loved my time with Meghan. I'm also like, let her promote her show. I'm here to talk about Running Point. But she reiterated her time on the show was great and also said it's fascinating seeing the reaction to her, which Whoopi Goldberg said people love to hate her, people love to talk about her, and Joy said she triggers people.
Back in the day, we all know the black woman was supposed to be a nanny. Now, a black woman can be a princess, and she can order, and she can do anything she wants in wealth without caring. Now the problem is, some people think she does not fit there because they are used to be the ones in those positions. This is why there's an entire uproar. How dare a black woman? See, ladies and gentlemen, back in the day, not even back in the day, the country that I lived in the most and I saw the power that white people have with their nannies is South Africa. Because I tell you, every almost household in South Africa that has white people has a black maid, a nanny, not the young ones, the old ones. Why? That's how it has been from back in the day, right? But now it's unfamiliar. Yeah, it's unfamiliar for them to see the role switch. So the problem is Meghan Markle having white maids to shh. I'm having a moment with my guests. Would you please? There is the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Natkuna Esther. Hey, 23,000 of you. Mwah. Thank you guys for loving me and supporting me. Meghan Markle. Black women, I hold your head with some grace. While we watch this video, girl, I send my blessings to you. May you be rich, that you got maids that are, so you can be them. Would you please, darling, clean that vase nicely? Put some fresh roses. Yeah, my guests are coming in. Yeah. That's what we're praying for. That is what we're praying for. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when I get rich, I will have a white maid. Not because I'm married to the cis, but because I want to see how it feels like. Because when white people come to the times of hiring in Africa, when it comes to maids, they hire us. When I get rich, I'm going to hire a white maid. For sure, I want to know how it feels like.
7 minutes and 29 seconds into Meghan Markle's new Netflix show, and it is going to anger so many people. And I want you to look at how all the white people who insist that black people pull themselves up by the bootstraps, i.e. actress who married into British royalty who is now building a lifestyle empire, how people lose their minds when black women actually execute and plot and do just that. If you are a woman or even a fabulous black woman who's gone after what she really wants, you probably have a million stories about that switch up. Historically, Americans have no problem with black women working themselves to the bone or being of domestic service or creating things that make their lives easier. The soothing images of the black mammy at work. If you are a Black person teaching and helping a white person, or you are making their life possible, more power to you. Who doesn't love a Mammy? I mean, white feminine helplessness was something that rose up post-industrial revolution, or right in the middle of the industrial revolution, because it was a sign of status that a man who owned these means of production had a wife who could be helpless, who could be sickly, who could not raise herself up from the bed. White feminine helplessness was also a key part of post-slavery, and I would say 40s, 50s, you can go back to the 30s and 20s, when domestic labor and these abusive domestic situations where Black women were supposed to be posted in these white homes and they were to make white women's lives easier, that was all part of the justification for that. Why those Black women weren't at home with their own babies. It's why considering Black issues in feminism is very important, because the freedom to have the ease and comfort of working at home, or working for your own home, or working for your own estate is new. And this isn't an old phenomenon. We could look at the Mammy dolls from the 50s that little white children had that taught them about their place in the social order. We could look at from the 80s, the drinksters that were Black voluptuous women's bodies, because they were also, again, in service of white people's entertainment. All that sort of stuff, literally up to recently. The image, the imagination of Black women at work or Black women in domestic settings was Black women in service. Recently, there was a massive backlash when the modern version of Aunt Jemima was removed from the syrup bottles. People were like, oh, the representation that we are losing. For all my political critiques of Meghan Markle's reckoning with race, the British royal family and monarchy in general, there is going to be an outpouring that you are going to see, that you have seen, of a narrative where Meghan is the villain and Meghan is in the wrong and what she is doing is evil and scheming. This is because Meghan is the opposite of the Mammy that we are all comfortable with. The opening volley of this show is Meghan talking to her staff, about her own bees with her own beekeeper. This is her business. This is her house she rented for her lifestyle empire. It's her time to make handmade salts while her maids clean her estate for her guests that are coming over. This is her world, and she is not in hard labor or service for some other family. She is freely reveling and working and talking to the viewers in the wealth that for generations through American policy and legislation was reserved for white upper society. I think some of us are forgetting that there are ongoing lawsuits from current day young Black farmers whose families have run successful corporate enterprises that are crumbling under the weight of racial discrimination in loans. That present day, a Black corporate executive man can be gunned down in his own property for trespassing. That white people still feel comfortable pulling Black people aside to ask if their purse is real, what are they doing in the first class lounge, and who and where and what did they sell to get this money. Disclaimer, obviously, wealth does not save you. Wealth does not change a colonial, white supremacist, capitalistic system right from the inside out. It cannot do that. But there is a reason that Black industry has been so heavily watched and curtailed. Black industry in service of Black life has always been in this country violently and legally opposed. Simply for existing, I might add. Black entrepreneurship has been targeted generation after generation after generation, to the point where the wealth gains that we should have seen in the 40s, 50s, and 60s never materialized. So if you think we've solved America's problem and their lack of comfort with Black women living lives of ease and comfort, I would suggest you pop that nice dried cob that Meghan shows us how to do in the little paper bag, and you sit back and you watch what unfolds as each of these episodes drop. And on this theme of economic opportunity and economic justice, I have a show. It's coming out this Wednesday. It's produced with PRX and the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's anywhere podcasts are found. Let's make this world better for all of us. Also, please tell me your stories of what's happened when you had the audacity to be uppity somewhere.
Hey, Miranda. Lunch should be served at exactly 12:30. Yeah, I'm gonna be out with my girls, and I would want you to clean those shoes for me. Yeah, the Dio ones. Yeah. Guys, I'm not evil. I'm not evil, yeah. I am not. I am just saying. I am literally just saying. The problem we are having in society today is these people are failing. Some of them, not all of them. They are failing to understand that Black people can be rich. Oh my God, Meghan Sussex. She had to remind us that she's a Sussex darling. Black women, when you get rich, I love to see it. Because this is what you cause an uproar on the internet. Everybody and their mama is angry. Why are you living this life? Why? You have no right to be there. Your mother is supposed to be in the kitchen. See, Meghan's mom is black. And they probably think like she should be a maid. Yeah. Beyonce's internet. It will finish me, yo.